welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
Felt like Hey Kool-Aid there.
Oh, yeah.
And we're here with another portion of the warehouse tour, part number 4. And this over here looks like it's the loading dock, I believe.
It is the loading dock area. It's a little messy. That's what a loading dock area looks like, at least ours does. We have our empty cardboard daily that has to get broken down and put into the container out there. We have some, they're called scratch boxes. We just took them off the truck. Scratch is something that's not in system for eBay or Amazon. It's got to be listed from scratch. These are things that are very valuable. They're obsolete, and we're always looking for them. We don't get enough of these daily. This is also where the mail people pick up the mail. We got 3 tubs here, plus 4. They have time to scan everything, so we got to label this box must scan. Anything that's $100 or more has to be scanned no matter what, because people get nervous if their stuff isn't in the tracking system.
Now let me ask you a quick little question over here, just with the door, the loading dock, and all that.
Yep.
How much of a godsend is it to you having that?
That's amazing. It's like needed. We couldn't have the warehouse without that. It's very valuable. We have the lift too, so if the different size trucks, the lift will accommodate the different size trucks for loading on and off. Yeah, it's been great.
And as seen in another video that we had done with the Ohio haul, which if you haven't checked that one out, definitely do check it out. It shows the 3 Penske's and all that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. You've got the pallet jacks, and you can put stuff on pallets as need be, which speeds things up so fast, a lot better on everybody's back, a lot safer for everybody.
Saves unloading and loading time. Yeah, we just got to make sure we can get through these aisles here, but yeah, for the most part it works out.
But even just getting it off the truck, because a lot of times you've got a box truck, I believe.
Yep.
But you also at times rent Penske's and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if we need a bigger truck or if we're going long distances, we definitely have to rent a Penske.
And I've never rented one, but part of your cost is based on how long you have it.
Correct. Yeah, it's by the day, it could be by the mileage, where you're returning it. So there's all these different variables in that.
But obviously, if you did a huge deal and you rented the truck at 8 o'clock this morning, and you get it back at midnight, if you're able to get it unloaded in the truck back by 8 o'clock, you can save yourself some money.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Which is where having the pallets and the pallet jacks and all that stuff is great, because you can just make 5 trips off the truck with the pallets, and even if you just drop them right here, it's saving you money.
Right.
Because what would an extra day cost you on that truck?
$200.
So $200 you're saving just by having the pallets and the pallet jacks, potentially.
Yeah.
And that's on each deal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Crazy, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a nice little setup back over here.
Over here we have these the ply boards that we use for the shelving units. Those used to cost $10 to $13. Now they cost $50 to $60 a board.
And that's actually funny. My day job, I work for New York State, and I had to do a deal, or had to do some work with the gentleman who owns a materials distribution. He was saying at one point those got up to $250 for a sheet.
Yeah, someone told me, well, there are some that are, depending on the quality and the thickness, if you go to Home Depot, there are some that are $100, $200. It baffles in my mind. Yeah.
Well, you said that the mills and everything are all backed up, so it's crazy.
We got a staging area here for DVDs for the one employee desk that's on the other side of this tarp there. I picked up a collection. I think there's 15,000 movies there, so we're working on that.
And we got one other thing I wanted to point out right over here is
we got about 5 of these things. 2 are larger that can hold more, boxes and so forth. 2 are the stand-up ones, so we got a little variety.
Well, and let me ask this, because I know the answer, but I want to ask you. That looks like that's industrial size.
Yep.
What did something like that run you?
That's from Harbor Freight. It wasn't too bad. It was around $100. Yeah.
Because I know back in the day I had one, and it was one of the dollies that was I think it was orange, and it ran something like $30.
Yeah.
And those fall apart.
Oh, yeah. So, you get what you pay for. You definitely want to buy something durable, sturdy. Yep, absolutely.
So do spend the money on a better one. It's difficult because you're putting the money up front.
Right.
But in the long run, you're buying one that'll last you a long time.
Sure.
And it also, the other thing is, any idea at all what the weight limit is on that?
Man, I'm going to guess. We usually can put 8 boxes on there, maybe 500 pounds.
So 500-pound weight level versus...
If we put, I wouldn't go more than 8's pushing, because you can get 2 on each, 1 on each side. It's pushing it 400 or 500 pounds, I would say.
Yeah, versus the one I got was probably 150-pound rated or something other like that.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to do 3 to 4 trips for every trip you do.
Right.
Do you think that I want to do 3 or 4 trips to every trip you do?
No.
So what do I end up doing?
You gotta buy
overloading it.
Oh, that's true.
And then what happens when you overload it?
Yeah.
falls apart.
Well, even the tires sometimes get, lose air and they'll break down, sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's over here?
This is a supply area. We got boxes and boxes of mailers, tons of those. We go through those like water. Bubble wrap, obviously, we have to buy in bulk. We have rolls and rolls and rolls of it.
Is that a security camera I see up there too?
That is a security camera. You can wave to the camera. We have banker boxes here that just came in. We go through those like water as well. We got washing machines for my laundromat in case they break down. We use them for storage in here. And even behind here, there's a lot more supplies, larger boxes. So it's never ending, the money we spend on supplies. It's crazy.
But and that's another good tip. This video will be airing mid-October, I believe. If you have not done so already, definitely put in your supply orders because, again, as we were talking about the plywood and the prices on that's due to supply chain issues. I know last year there were supply chain issues, both with the post office and in general. You're getting orders canceled, et cetera, et cetera. Order right now so you're set for Christmas, because the last thing you want to do is be ordering on Black Friday, hoping it gets in time for you to send your items out.
Even the free post office supplies, start jacking your orders up there and getting them early as well, because we had a backlog last year and we had trouble getting them in time. So definitely.
Oh, and this looks like Command Central over here. This is where we shoot the videos at. We got the golden EIB microphone right over there. We've got and it's also set up for a lister during the week as well. So that's getting a little peek behind the scenes over there. Yep. We'll just do a quick little walk up over here. And
got one of those new sturdy shelving units at Home Depot. Put a bunch of sports card sets on there. And then this is more storage and stuff that's got to be prepped for listing. And then behind you we have another, we do have ladders all over the place. These aren't as safe as the big ladders we use, but they're needed sometimes because you can get them in smaller areas. But here's another DVD collection. We picked up 7,000 DVDs in those Subway boxes. We're working on those.
And of course the green screen over here, which you recognize from some of our videos as well. And I guess the other thing that I wanted to bring up over here, just on this, to anybody out there that's thinking about getting a warehouse, you've got the money for a warehouse. Yep. You've got the money for the employees, because obviously you can't just be a one-man operation with a warehouse like this. You don't have need for that. Yeah. So you've got all that money put away. You've got the money for the taxes. You've got the money for the utilities, et cetera, et cetera. Yep. Great. And we've talked in the past about how much the shelving costs. Yeah. But even things like you're spending $150 on the dolly, you're spending whatever on the pallet jack, you're spending whatever. I mean, what does this ladder run?
$150.
$150 on a ladder. You're going to end up having a lot of expenses over time that you just don't even think about. Now, obviously, you didn't go and buy all of the ladders you have all at once. Right, you build into it.
Yeah, when you need them, you buy them. Yeah.
But these are all overhead costs that a lot of people don't even begin to think about. You obviously need the ladders because look how high up there. How high are the ceilings in this place?
Oh, 20 feet.
20 feet. And if you take a look back behind Random Neighborhood Kid back over there, I've got no depth perception. What's the clearance from the top one to the ceiling?
It would be 4 feet.
4 feet. So you're using 16 feet up into the air with that. Yeah. So obviously you need ladders because otherwise there's no safe way to be able to get the things up there, no safe way to be able to get them down, et cetera, without all of the ladders. And two other quick things, and we'll call this video a quick.
And obviously if you have a warehouse and you buy in volume, you're going to be getting lots of pallets that take up a lot of space. We don't know what we're going to do with half of them, but they always seem to come in handy at some point. Yep. We had a water issue in the back, so we put them on pallets. So yeah, and it's easy to move collections of stuff with the pallet jack.
And I've actually got pallets down in my basement. At some point, we're going to give a tour of my basement as well. And I've actually got everything up on pallets. And when the insurance company came by to assess my operations, they were impressed that I had everything off the ground. Because obviously this gives you whatever 3-4 inches worth of. Another thing that I do. Another little tip over there, which again you'll see in the video of my basement, I actually put garbage bags on all the pallets. So that way if water were to come up, it's got another barrier as opposed to hitting the bottom of the box.
Idea. Yeah, very good
So that's a bit of an insider tip for you as well. Nice. Wanted to talk real quick about the last couple of things that you've got over here. Yep. You've got the pallet jack over here.
Yep.
What do one of these cost?
Ooh, well, I got that thrown in a deal from the aviation library. Remember that? They gave me that for free, but I think $300 maybe.
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
and these are definitely handy as well because
Yeah.
the pallet does you no good
Right.
unless you have a pallet jack as well. So
Yeah.
another expense that you have for your warehouse.
Yeah.
And then we've got these over here, which
Yeah.
I know it's got wheels here in the back, and you can just move this down
Yeah,
between
rolling
the aisles.
ladders, yeah.
What does one of these cost?
So when we first got here, I was buying them Craigslist. I was buying some on eBay, and they were anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. I was buying some used, so I was getting deals on them. But I found a company recently because we needed 3 or 4 more here, called Zorro, Z-O-R-O, and they.
And we are not sponsored by Zorro, but we're not above being sponsored by them. Reach out to us. Go ahead.
True. But I was finding great ones for brand new $500 delivered.
Oh,
So yeah, we bought 3 of them. You know,
assembled?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Can't argue with that whatsoever.
very cool.
So hopefully this has helped you a little bit. Do hit the like button if you could. Wanted to kind of show you some of the inner workings of the warehouse. And we've got a few more areas we can go into in the future videos over here. But a lot of people aspire to have a warehouse, but nobody really that I'm aware of tells you all the hidden costs of it. And again, these are all these little shortcuts that you've learned.
Even that lighting, I think it was like $15,000 to light this whole place. We got like 40 of those things in here.
Are those high efficiency and everything?
Yeah.
Yep, so that helps money. Well, and another thing that you definitely need, but is also required, I'm sure, by code, why don't you real quick mention what is involved with the sprinkler system as far as costs and all that, and what
Yeah,
kind of
so-
sprinkler system is it? As far as, is it water or is it?
It is water.
It is water.
Yeah.
And don't they have a better or a different one that puts something else out?
Yeah, it's some powder of some sort or something like that. But you can't convert them. Like you have to take it out and put a whole new system in. So yeah, we got the water, but it has to be. We do maintenance twice a year on it because that's like the one thing that I have to sleep at night knowing that I'm covered and it's never gonna go off by itself. No errors, no faulty sprinkler issues. So
But
I haven't
even-
checked twice a year.
But even that, what does that cost for their, if they find nothing wrong?
They're like $100.
Oh, that's
I
not
think,
too bad.
Yeah, they run the water, they test them out, however they do that, and they're here maybe an hour or 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, but that, and again, that's yet another expense, and it's a necessary expense. It
Yeah.
lets you sleep at night, lets everything go good on that.
Sure.
But it's yet another expense that a lot of people don't think about. Everybody shows off their big warehouses.
Yeah.
They don't tell you the reality of it. And again, it's a necessary evil. It's a great thing to have, but there's a lot of expenses you don't see out there. So definitely do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye bye.